Diversity Alliance for Science looks forward to congratulating the following supplier mentees, currently in the DA4S Mentorship program. Pedro Coelho with Ad Solutions. Todd Wright with Avant Healthcare. Pamela Nelson with Brocane Company. Michelle Monier with Coast to Coast. Kelly Wynn with Dr. Kumo. Farida Ali with Dynamic Computer Corporation. Rina Yasuda with Insight. Kajal Anandandi with K3 Innovations. Divya Gandhi with Landsoft. Taylor Moyer with Managed Lab Solutions. Helena Mancebo with Multispan. Janaki Sagi with National Clinic. Nushin Shamsili with Nuco Logistics. Iris Vincent with Prime Air Corporation. Karim Mohammed with Tranquil Clinical Research. Pam Feld with Triumph. Vikash Mishra with Fastech. Jennifer Willie with Wet Cement. Congratulations to our 2021 mentee graduates, and thank you to all the corporate mentoring companies.
Hello, and welcome to the 2021 Diversity Alliance for Science Pitch Competition. Please help me in welcoming Diversity Alliance for Science President, Kathy April Rush.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today from wherever that might be. Some of you have returned to the office. Others are still working from home. And those of you who have set up camp someplace else, maybe in your vacation home or with a relative or some other undisclosed locations, we're very excited that you are here today. Last year, this time, we certainly could not have predicted that for a second year in a row, we would need to execute our pitch competition as a virtual event. And yet here we are. Today is really exciting for several reasons. One, we've certainly seen our fair share of challenges in the last 15 months, which is why today is such an important day for the suppliers and their mentors who participated in this program. Diversity Alliance for Science, the mentorship program, continues to be our most coveted member benefit. And spending 11 months with the top biopharma or med device company to get free advice and coaching is a dream come true. So this is sort of a celebration today. And we welcome all of you who have mentored for the last 11 months. We know that you are very excited to see your mentees pitch today. And the other exciting thing about today is that there are going to be the top 5 that will be announced, the top 5 pitches. And there are prizes, and we've got some increase over last year. So our monetary prizes are going up, which our sponsors are making possible. So all of that is very, very exciting. So with that, let's take a look at our graduating class. Congratulations on staying the course and not losing focus in 2020 and now 2021. There were so many things to be distracted by. So you are to be commended for committing to and following through on your development. Every call, every meeting spent strengthening your skills, building new ones, and being open and receptive to constructive feedback that you were given, working on those recommendations, and it has all been worth it. At least I certainly hope it has. And if you've ever heard that phrase, that quote, you reap what you sow. Now, the origin of that is biblical, but it's a very practical statement. Work hard, play hard. Sowing exercise, reaps a healthier body. Sowing savings reaps good investments, and so on. So you've also built some relationships that will hopefully be lasting. And hopefully you've got some mentors that you can continue to call on that have agreed to be open to coaching you in the coming months. So even though the formality of the program is moving away, you still are in a position, if they're open to it, to have an ongoing relationship, somebody to bounce things off of, somebody to run your ideas by. And that's one of the great benefits of having been in the program. So kudos to all of you for completing the program. Congratulations to whatever it is that you're going to reap based on sowing into your own professional and personal and business ownership development by taking advantage of the mentorship program with Diversity Alliance for Science. Okay, so we've got an outgoing class and we also have an incoming class. So welcome to the incoming class. Look at all of those smiling faces. Congratulations on achieving the first step. What is the first step? You were chosen. Now the work begins. You should expect to be challenged, pushed, and in some cases there might be a little prodding. I've been a mentor. I continue to be a mentor. I'm also a coach. And speaking personally, when folks sign up, there are a few things we can assume that they want. Number one, they want to get something out of it. And you've got the next 11 months to do that. And I hope you've all signed up for the right reasons. There are some folks who don't sign, they sign up for something that the program is not intended to give them. This is a year of learning, development, and growth. I'll repeat, learning, development, and growth, not selling. There will be a time and a place to do that. So take advantage of what the program is here for. If you've got some other covert reason, I would encourage you to drop that idea. Spend time with your new mentors, aligning on the goals. There are a basic and a standard set of goals, and then there are the custom goals. Really sink your teeth into those custom goals that you want to achieve with your mentor. Go into this experience with intellectual curiosity and anticipation of how you are going to evolve or how your business is going to evolve. A year from now, you'll be where the outgoing class is, and we will be hearing from you. So kudos. I'm excited about it for you and the road ahead. Next, we have our second year of mentees. So how is this possible? We have taken a good thing and we've made it even better by extending a second year for those interested for mentoring. Now, take a look at these folks, right? They're all smiling, and either they are very, very serious about their development and that of their company, or they're a glutton for punishment. The second year is an advanced session that takes the mentee's experience past the basics of crafting a value proposition or understanding certain financial aspects, what's your threshold for the growth margin of your company, et cetera. And so this is not intended to be a repeat for year one. So these folks you see here are very serious about the development of their company. So the stakes are even higher for what they are going to consume and what will be expected of them. And we look forward to the feedback on how we can continue to refine, fine-tune, perfect the second year of this program and grow it to a class size of that of the first year. So congratulations to all of you for journeying on, and we look forward to hearing your outcomes as well at the conclusion of the second year. Okay, so let's talk about our judges, right? I want to say thanks, first of all, to the judges who have already put in some hard work. It took several hours. And so on behalf of Diversity Alliance for Science, we thank you, we appreciate, we are indebted to you for your participation. So what do you need to know to be a judge? What knowledge do you need to have? Well, experience in that you have heard many pitches in your time in procurement and otherwise, some good, some bad, some indifferent, and that you know what you are looking for in a supplier pitch or an elevator pitch, or that moment you get at the buffet next to somebody when they've only got 2 minutes to share with you. And so you're going to hear live from the judges today with some of their thoughts. And the outgoing class should take notes, and the incoming class should do what? Also take notes. Really glad to have them here. So we have got, hang on everybody. I think I need my readers on. I'm sorry, everybody. I just accidentally erased something. All right, here are judges. Christina, Dennis, Umberto, Rob, and Patrick. Thank you very much. Thank your organizations for having you here today, representing Boston Scientific, Lilly, Novartis, AbbVie, and Amgen. Thank you very much. Now to our sponsors. I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors that you see here on the screen. Medtronic, United Health Group, Genentech, Pfizer, Helix, which is the industry group of Diversity Alliance for Science, and last but not least, AbbVie. Thank you to all our sponsors. They enable everything that we do. Why do companies sponsor? Because they are aligned with the mission and they're looking for a return on investment. We appreciate our sponsors, and I'm going to repeat something that I said last year about sponsorship because it's relevant still today. You would think because this is over the internet and you are, comfortable behind your computer that it should be free. It's not. Cost for virtual meetings is a really true expense. And the organizations that you see represented here are all enabling us to meet that expense and give you a great program today. And everybody has had to adapt to virtual meetings during the pandemic, and so the stakes are even higher. So thank you to our sponsors for your participation and sponsoring our event today. All right. I would like to introduce the folks responsible for leading the mentorship program. These are the real heroes. Lynn Churchill and JT or John Taylor are out in front, but they have a group of dedicated individuals behind or besides them. They meet monthly, they meet weekly sometimes. Mentorship and membership are the most active committees within DA4S. So it's crucial to have good leadership. And we have that in the persons of Lynn and JT. And so it is now my pleasure to introduce them.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you so much, Kathy, and we really appreciate it. Miss Kathy April Rush, who is our Madam President for DA4S. Again, we appreciate that wonderful introduction and welcome everyone. As Kathy had mentioned, I'm JT, John Taylor, and the mentorship lead. And we're certainly glad to be here. This is an exciting time of the year. As you know, the DA4 mission the DA4 mission is to provide a platform to identify, attract, and develop smaller, diverse businesses. And a key component of that mission is the mentorship program, as Kathy had mentioned. It's a unique opportunity for our suppliers to be matched with a mentor from a life science organization for a course of 1 year. And again, as Kathy had mentioned, this year beginning, we've got the second year mentee program. So during this time, the mentor and mentees are expected to set goals, and meet sometimes monthly. We meet sometimes even more than that. But really to demonstrate that mutual interest in learning and growing together. Well, our mentees are excited to be able to present their pitches, and they're going to be ready to go. But before that, I would like to certainly introduce the mentorship committee. And as mentioned, these are the individuals who truly put forth all of the efforts to make this very unique program successful. And so let me begin with Lynn Churchill, who is not only our co-lead, but she is the president of Miles Printing. Beverly Thomas, the Vice President of Marketing and Solutions for B&O Creative Agency. Terry McNally, President, Global Capital. Titus Martin, Associate Director, United Health Group. Hannah Lorenzo, President, TLC Life Services. Sakan Kaur, who is the Supplier Diversity Manager, Boston Scientific. Ala May, President, LSI Next Generation. Peggy DeFabio, who is the Chief Executive Officer, M. Davis Inc. And we cannot forget Dina, who is the Executive Director for DA4S. Well, now I'd like to turn it over to Lynn Churchill. Lynn.
Thank you, JT. And I think the word for today is anticipation. As the song goes, anticipation. So I know this group has worked really hard this year. And I know in these videos, it's going to demonstrate how hard they worked this year as well. So not to keep us any further from this joy of seeing these videos, I am going to turn it back to Miss Kathy. Anticipation, Miss Kathy.
You're right, Lynn. I think the word of the day is anticipation. I understand that it was very competitive. I am excited to see the pitches. All of you should be excited to the pitches. And so let's not wait any longer, right? Let's see how they did. Roll the tape.
Our first graduate is Pedro Coelho.
Hi, I'm Pedro Coelho and I'm the founder of Ad Solutions. We do creativity and we accelerate business for companies in the life science industry. Let me ask you a question. What do you do on a daily basis? You help to save lives or you help to improve patients' lives. And what does Ad Solutions do? We help you to save lives 3 times faster. How? Stop waiting 3 months for something that could be done in 3 weeks. Stop waiting 10 days for something that could be done in 3 days. And we never miss the deadline. And more. As we are a boutique agency, your budget goes further. Our team has 15 years of experience with clients ranging from small biotech startups to big-name pharma corporations. We create brand campaigns, email marketing, Viva or Eloqua, storytelling videos, booth, and so much more. Buy our services and you will have more time to do what really matters to you. Again, I'm Pedro Coelho, founder of Ad Solutions, and I'm ready to help you help others. So, let's get down to business 3 times faster.
Let's get down to business. Give you one more night, got this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Todd Wright.
Have you ever heard someone say medical condition X is decades from a treatment breakthrough? Or only risky behavior causes medical condition Y? Beliefs like these are often more rooted in anecdote than evidence, and I would bet that you live with stories that could benefit from more and better context too. Hello, I'm Todd Wright, President with Avant Healthcare. We partner with pharmaceutical companies to educate healthcare providers about diseases and the therapies for treating them to help advance patient care. We accomplish this by communicating complex science in highly creative ways, something we like to call medical storytelling. But our differentiator is how we do it. That's where the power of our active diversity stance comes in. As a certified woman-owned business with a 250-person employee base, as diverse demographically as it is geographically, we can speak authentically with our customers because we speak their language literally and figuratively. That's our value prop. It's what makes Avant Healthcare worth working with and for. And it's why 27 years later, our very first client is still with us today. As they grew and changed, so did we. Beyond just adapting, we have actively built a culture open to new ways of thinking that unlock opportunities for physicians to help their patients. That's great for business and it's great for our people. Again, I'm Todd Wright, President of Avant Healthcare. We look forward to partnering with you. Thanks.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Pamela Nelson.
Hi, I'm Pam Nelson, and I'm excited to present Brickane Company to you today, where I get to serve as President and CEO to a great team. For the patient who's tried all other therapies, your product could be the possibility of tomorrow. Each day that your clinical trial is laid to market increases the cost for development by millions of dollars, as well as delaying therapy to the patients who are in need of it. Over 85% of the trials conducted each year end up being delayed to completion. The reason varies from project management, recruitment, and vendor concerns. Nevertheless, the end result is the same: increased costs for development and delayed therapy to patients. For 19 years, Brickane Company has provided salvage therapy for these clinical studies to pharma biotech, CROs, and government agencies for phases 1 through 4 of these studies. We help support through monitoring, project management, vendor oversight, and recruitment. We are your partner. We can rely on us for reliability, efficiency, and consistency to get these studies back on track and get needed therapies to patients. Thank you for the opportunity to present today. I'm Pam Nelson, President and CEO of Brickane Company.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Michelle Menayer.
We became experts in virtual conferences in 2020 through our virtual event certification and leveraging our 20 years of event experience. My name is Michelle Menayer, President of Coast to Coast Conferences and Events, ready to promise you 3 benefits in working with us: the CTC 20, 40, 60 event ROI guarantee. We can deliver 20% increase in attendee satisfaction, 40% decrease in costs, and 60% increase in exhibitor sponsor leads. How, you ask? Come a little bit closer and get a little taste of our secret sauce. We can deliver on any platform. However, we invested in a platform that produces high quality events at 40% less cost. Design and implementation of virtual booths is critical for engagement and leads. We have created a comprehensive virtual booth training, or we can build the booth for you. With our post-event playbook, you can measure the success of your event. And we provide any data metrics that you could possibly need. Now, we know virtual and hybrid events are here to stay. So the sooner that your company can successfully execute them, you will see more value in your time and dollar. I'm Michelle Menayer, President of Coast to Coast Conferences and Events, a proud Amgen mentee. Let's have a meeting to see how our event ROI guarantee can help you with your events anywhere your events are held. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Kelly Nguyen.
My name is Kelly Nguyen, co-founder and CEO of Dr. Kumo Inc. Did you know that every year, chronic diseases take away the lives of 1.7 million patients and cost the health system $3.8 trillion in healthcare costs? During the pandemic, patients with chronic illnesses lose medical priority and the much needed resources for preventive care. The challenge is not just surviving COVID, but getting back to the fight to prevent chronic diseases. So we've assembled a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and technology experts to combat the pervasive problems of our healthcare system: data privacy, cost, access, and ease of use. With security and advanced software as the foundation, we've made quality healthcare affordable and accessible to everyone, anytime and anywhere. Our system enables patients to fully utilize our app without requiring any technical knowledge, making healthcare simple, easy, and effective. Dr. Kumo Remote Patient Monitoring Solution creates an ecosystem where patients can get higher quality care from home, providers achieve better patient satisfaction and revenue, and we cut down the overall healthcare cost with our connected health technology. Join our fight to modernize healthcare and save the lives of millions. I'm Kelly Nguyen, CEO of Dr. Kumo.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Farida Ali.
Hello, my name is Farida Ali, and I'm CEO of Dynamic Technology Solutions. Digital systems are changing our world, whether it's a digital pathology system that's connected to a workstation and server, or a submarine that's been upgraded to use integrated encrypted laptops. And in order to build these systems, companies are sourcing electronic components, hardware, and software through complex global supply chains. And those supply chains are inherently unreliable. They can be disrupted by a freighter stuck in the Suez Canal or a worldwide chip shortage. At Dynamic, we manage the complexities of the technology supply chains of our customers, and we build and deliver solutions to their exact specifications. All of our client solutions are compliant, consistent, and controlled. And what we do results in cost optimization, increased productivity, faster time to market, lower risk, and the ability of our clients to meet their program milestones on time, on spec, on budget. At Dynamic, we're passionate about what we do, and we've been helping clients succeed for the last 40 years. I'm Farida Ali, CEO of Dynamic Technology Solutions, and together with my great team, we're looking forward to our clients succeeding for the next 40 as well.
Let's have a round of applause for the first 6. That was great. That was great. So I am back. I am joined by the judges here, Christina, Dennis, Umberto, Rob, Patrick. So I want to get the judges' feedback, but a couple of things that struck me. I loved how many times Pedro changed clothes. And it was so great at the end with this music. But I heard a number of things. I mean, I saw as well, which is really important, confidence. I heard about longevity for people who included the years that they had been in business. I learned a little bit about their innovation. I heard about cost savings, which really drew me in. And I heard, like key areas to take away. So I'm interested in some of the judges' comments. So Dennis, why don't you, can you share some of your thoughts about the first round of 6?
All right, not a broadcast unless somebody does that. So I didn't unmute myself. Just to say, that's a really strong start for what's soon to come here. And I agree with you. The confidence in all of them were very strong. A couple things stood out to me, though. I think nearly everyone had a pretty compelling hook. I mean, something to kind of make you want to listen to the rest. I thought Kelly with Dr. Kumo had a great hook talking about chronic disease. If I were to say one thing that to think about is very clearly stating what the differentiation is between you and others you may be competing with. And there were a few places where I thought that might have been a little more succinctly called out, just to try to make the listener say, well, why do I want to talk to you as opposed to somebody else in the same business?
That's a good point. I really like that great hook, right? I mean, that's easy. It's simple to remember. What is the hook? If we are standing in line next to each other or, in Pat, what is the thing that's going to make me stop, pause, turn around and, ask to hear more about that? Really great. Thank you, Dennis. Christina, what do you think? What did you think about this first round of 6 before we move on to the next?
Sure. Thank you. I really enjoyed these. I thought we had a nice variety of production styles, and some stood out to me as a little higher in quality than others. Some could use a little more polishing, but I did want to call some attention to Todd's, and I'm sorry, the company name is escaping me at the moment. I thought, thank you. I thought that the production quality was really high in that particular video, and I loved the sort of honest, approachable, direct to camera conversation that he used. I thought that the pace and the volume and the tone were all really just winning for me. They didn't come across as gimmicky. It was just a nice energy. And I thought the same of Farida's pitch. I really liked the variety in that one, with some video and some variation from the direct-to-camera pitch. I thought that it was a really professionally produced pitch. And I think Pedro's, I really did love the outfit changes. I thought the energy was great there. I found the various backgrounds a little bit distracting. It made it tougher for me to focus on the core competencies, but I loved the energy. And I do think it's important that personality comes through in the pitches, which I definitely saw there.
Great. Those are great observations. Thank you so much, especially about polish, genuine, eye to eye, and your point, I think, about the background. But that really great constructive feedback and observations from Christina and Dennis. Okay, so let's go to the second round of 6.
Our next graduate is Rina Yasuda.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone. My name is Rina Yasuda, CEO of Insight Interactive. It is an honor for Insight to serve as the preferred medical education firm for this launch of Generica, as we have for many notable brands over our 26-year history. As our thought leaders, we know the tremendous value each of you provide to our clients, so we strive to ensure your ease, comfort, and valuable engagement throughout your stay. While our MDs and PhDs provide the high-quality content, our creativity and unique ideas enhance your meeting experience even further. If you're ever unsure of what comes next, we've arranged for all your taxi receipts to have the schedule listed on the back. Also, you may have noticed the Generica branded Lifesavers on your seats. This represents Generica's life-saving capabilities. As a reminder, this evening, we are hosting a KOL networking night using AI to connect you with other attendees with similar interests. Lastly, in your welcome bags are logins to the Insight virtual world, so you can stay connected with each other and with us in a novel way after the conference. At Insight, we define ourselves with a level of creativity, innovation, and care that is far beyond the average company. If you need any assistance, please speak to one of our uniformed staff. Once again, I'm Rina Yasuda, CEO and founder of Insight, and we thank you for joining us at the Generica conference.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Kajal Anandani.
Hi, my name is Kajal Anandani. I'm the president and co-founder of K3 Innovations. At K3 Innovations, we make your clinical trial data speak. There is a tremendous volume of data collected in every clinical trial, necessitating a need for an in-depth and new analysis, and a drive for standardization. Moreover, there has been emergence of new indications in the medical space. Therefore, a strong need industry-wide for a streamlined approach on getting an approval from the regulatory body in a short time frame. Our team of experts at K3 create the comprehensive submission-ready reports, datasets, and all needed deliverables for a clinical trial submission package. Data would be noise and confusing if it weren't for experts like us. We have built tools in-house to automate, standardize, streamline building of databases, analysis reports, visualization. Our goal is to keep your data transparent, traceable, and tell a success story. A story that is not only good for our stakeholders, but our patients and million others who would be benefiting from our study drug. On behalf of K3 Innovations, this is Kajal Nandani.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Divya Gandhi.
Hi, I'm Divya Gandhi, CEO of Landsoft, a contingent workforce provider. You're looking for a partner like us because we will respond to your up-to-date supplier needs. We can find and retain the best global sourcing program to grow your business and protect your reputation. We'll provide you customizable offering platform with local, city, state, and federal compliance measures and quick turnaround times for your hires. We've been around for 20 years in the life science healthcare pharma space. It is our largest industry segment at Landsoft. SIA even recognized us for the last 3 years as one of the largest clinical staffing firms in the U.S., partnering with MSPs like Tapfin, Workforce Logic, and Agile One. At Landsoft, we're investing in building a pool of diverse candidates, promoting an equal opportunity. We specialize in validation, quality, and engineering resources and have built vertical expertise in this space. We're supporting around 80% of all major pharma life science clients like Gilead, Pfizer, and Medtronic, and are one of their top suppliers in their programs. We're based in Virginia and offer our services in North America, Asia, and Europe. Again, I'm Divya Gandhi, CEO of Landsoft, and would love to bring our services to you globally.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Taylor Moyer.
Hi, I'm Taylor Moyer, CEO and founder of Manage Lab Services. We are all in this business to bring life-saving and life-changing therapies to patients. It's why we're here. One of the easiest ways you can help your organization do that is to give your scientists the environment they need to do their research every day with less distractions and give them back more time to focus on their ever-important research. Partner with the right lab support solution to make sure your scientists walk in the lab every day knowing that their consumables and chemicals are on the shelf, their media has been prepared for them, and their glassware has been washed, autoclaved, and is ready, waiting for their work. Manage Lab Services can be that partner for you. Our lab support solutions will fit between your IFM and your distribution partnerships to provide your laboratory with best-in-class people supported by highly technical work automation tools, robustly documented processes and procedures, and supported by a team of lab operations experts who can ensure that you receive the custom and end-to-end support solutions to give your scientists the efficient lab that they need. With custom and blended scopes and a nimble team, let us customize a lab support solution for you. My name is Taylor Moyer, CEO and founder of Manage Lab Services. We know labs, we know scientists, and we know your business. Let us be an extension of your incredible team and bring life-changing therapies to patients all over the world.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Helena Mancebo.
Are you a researcher in a pharma, biotech, or academia eager to translate your work into life-saving medicine? Multispan can help. I am Dr. Helena Mancebo, the CEO of Multispan, an entrepreneur, scientist, and immigrant. Integrity and hard work are in my DNA and my colleagues' DNA. As a team, we're passionate about applying our expertise in cell engineering, assay development, and high-throughput screening in drug discovery. We strive to make each project successful and maintain 100% repeat customer rate. Our work with uncompromising high quality has contributed to FDA-approved medicines and over 100 publications and patents. Our integrated cell sciences and assay platform can save you months in assay development and transfer. We're in the beautiful San Francisco Bay Area, privileged to be working with scientists around the world. Let us help you make better medicine, one assay at a time.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Janaki Sagi.
I'm Janaki Sagi, founder and CEO of National Clinical. Are you currently using Viva Vault or any other electronic regulatory binders that are available in the market and you're still struggling to have up-to-date documentation from your site? Did you know that up to 64% of clinical trial sites and sponsors use email and paper as their main method for document exchange? At National Clinical, we accelerate clinical trials with our virtual study coordination services using a secure cloud-based platform. How are we different from our competitors? Most competitors only provide platform as service. At National Clinical, we provide a secure platform and we also provide a virtual staff member to each trial site to maintain the documentation on the secure platform. We provide end-to-end support for study startup, training, document management, remote monitoring, and closeout activities. Let's not forget about the savings. It is proven that you can reduce up to 25% in regulatory cost and improve study startup timelines by 75%. We work as an extension of your team, whether you are a pharma, medical device company, CRO, or a site, to take the clinical trials to the next level. Again, I'm Janaki Sagi, founder and CEO of National Clinical.
And we're back. Okay, second round of 6. And I've got some observations, but I'm going to ask a couple of the judges here to weigh in. One of the things that I was struck by was the number of metrics that are being used in the pitches so far, the percentage of this, the percentage of that, the percentage that we can save you, the percentage of patients impacted. I think the inclusion of using metrics, KPIs like that is particularly important in a pitch. So, Umberto, I saw you taking notes and sort of nodding in agreement with some of the pitches. Give us some of your thoughts.
Of course. Thanks for having me. Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm taking copious notes. And one thing that I think we can learn from this YouTube era is that when you start a video, an ad on YouTube, in 5 seconds, I'm going to decide if I'm going to click skip ad or not. And it shows how important the opening is to kind of hook you in. And I wanted to mention, I think Taylor Moyer and Helena Mancebo had such strong openings that were really connecting with the audience, right? Whether saying, this is why we're here. We are just like you. We are in healthcare space, and that's our mission. Or by saying that, are you a life sciences professional? Yeah, we are as well. And just connecting with the audience, I think that was very powerful. And a couple other pitches were also very strong. However, I didn't see such a strong opening to hook our interest, such as the one from Divya and Kajal. I thought that there was so much good content, but the opening could just, grabbed our attention a little bit more strongly.
Thank you. I think that's great. I think there's something to be said about that, right? If you've only got 60 seconds or 2 minutes, a strong opening is very, very important. Patrick, what about you? Thoughts?
Thanks, Kathy. No, I agree totally with Humberto. I thought it was great opening statement from several of the participants, particularly Helena and Divya. I thought that Taylor did a great job with her opening statement as well, and good closing statement. With Divya, I think the only thing I would say is, I felt like it was a little bit fast. There was a lot of great information shared. I would just suggest slowing down a little bit, and that may help with some of the opening statement comments that was received. I would have loved to hear a little bit more from K3 and Kajal just around how they differentiate from some of their competitors. And then I think the only other comment I would say here is just in general, I thought it would be really, I thought everybody was really clear and concise. And I love the fact that they really called out some of their core competencies. In particular, Kajal, I think, also had the transitions where they had the larger font and text, which I thought was really cool to just call out some of the core competencies that way. So great job, everybody.
Thank you. That I love that. Call out your core competencies, and several of them have done that throughout the pitch, which was great. just, emphasizing strong openings and the pace, right? Rather than writing that script and making sure you get it all in 60 seconds. Maybe you should shorten the script. All right, let's look at the last round.
Our next graduate is Nushin Shamsili.
Hi everyone, I'm Nushin Shamsili, founder and CEO of Nuco Logistics. I'm sure you have all recently heard about the incident in Suez Canal where a mega vessel had blocked the canal. Well, we're the ones who arranged the export and import shipment of chemical products on board such vessels. I set up Nuco in 2008, and with over 25 years of experience, Nuco Logistics is an international logistics and freight forwarding company, which is specialized in export and import of chemical shipments to and from United States in different modes of transportation and via air, ocean, rail, domestic trucking. Also, handling the documentation required by US Customs and arranging the whole documents is one of the tasks that we offer to our services. Just like our very big competitors such as BDP and Expeditors, we offer the same range of services on a global platform. But the differentiator here is that we have a more tailor-made and detail-oriented approach. Mentorship program with DA4S has been an amazing opportunity, and on behalf of Nuco Logistics and myself, Nushin Shamsili, I would like to extend my gratitude to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Iris Vincent.
Emergency happens, and we provide logistics solutions to get your shipment to the final destination. With 99.7 on-time performance rate, Prime Air offers a personalized service that best addresses our customer critical emergency and sensitive shipments. The team of professionals at Prime Air are transparent, reliable, and responsive with each one of our customers. We will move your shipment on time to and from anywhere in the world, no matter how big or small they are. Our warehouse meets all the requirements needed for the pharmaceutical, biotech, and medical devices industry. With 20 years of experience, we lead the transportation and logistics industry. I'm Iris Vincent, President of Prime Air Corp, and I assure you, we are the best ally for your business, distribution, and logistic needs.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Karim Mohammed.
Hello, my name is Karim Mohammed, and I'm the founder and CEO of Tranquil Clinical Research. Always doing the right thing is in our DNA, and our number one job is the rights, well-being, and safety of our patients in a clinical trial. Tranquil Clinical Research is a full-service contract research organization, and we are in our 8th year of business. Tranquil is the industry's most robust training and development platform for our employees. Our low attrition rate, combined with our thorough training, results in the best possible teams, and we deliver the highest quality possible. Our newly deployed Phase 1 unit is strategically located in the world's largest medical center, in the most diverse city here in Houston, Texas. We have outreach coordinators that provide concierge services for our studies, allowing us to easily pursue patient populations that are diverse. We have a dynamic inpatient model, and we reduce patient attrition and maximize high-quality data while keeping our patients safe. Tranquil Clinical Research is the right choice for a CRO. Our full suite of services gives us the capabilities, experience, and expertise to support our clients. Our flexibility and agility to work with our clients' needs ensures that we always deliver and fulfill on our commitments with high quality. Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Karim Mohammed, and I'm the founder and CEO of Tranquil Clinical Research. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Pam Feld.
Did you know that cyber attacks have gone up 600% since the start of the pandemic? Hi, I'm Pam with Triumph Technology Group, and we are a national cybersecurity consulting and training firm. It is our goal that you never see that screen of doom. What separates us from our competitors is that we take a strategic and vendor-agnostic approach to all things cyber, including assessments, vulnerability testing, and training. And many of Triumph technology experts have worked for the White House with top-level security clearances. And through our security assessments and training programs, we've typically been able to reduce phishing attacks and intrusions by 95% in just 6 months, saving our customers valuable time, money, and such headaches. And what also makes us different is we're innovators. During the pandemic, we created a trademark cyber safety kit, which is perfect for corporate employees. Because we know that your suppliers are a critical link to the supply chain, we've partnered with 2 diverse businesses to create a new supplier training academy to help suppliers so they not only survive, but thrive through the next pandemic by creating a practical, actionable business continuity, cyber resilience, and sustainability plan. Now we need that more than ever. So text cyber to me, Pam Feld, Triumph Technology Group, for your free dark web report valued at $1,000, and let's get that conversation started.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Vikash Mishra.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. I am President and CEO of Vastech Inc. We are diverse-owned small business, primarily focused on regulatory, quality compliance, validation-related niche area. So primarily equipment validation, computer system validation, process validation, cleaning room validation, CAPA remediation, as well as pharmacovigilance, pharma compliances, basically area pertaining to the clinical trial management like CRO, CRAs, SAS, CDC compliance, regulatory compliance, pharma, clinical, and medical device area. We have 360 subject matter expert on those area who finish project within triple constraint. We have based out of San Diego, and we have offices in Mexico, Canada, Europe, and India. Looking forward to working with you and add value. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next graduate is Jennifer Willey.
Do you have the key to help your team thrive in our ever-changing world that demands inclusivity, confidence, and innovation? If not, that's what the team at Wet Cement is here for. Hi, I'm Jen Willey, founder and CEO. We help life sciences companies like yours develop and deploy data-driven training, coaching, and keynotes to help unlock fearlessness and unleash growth. Our proprietary programs are based on original research we led with behavioral scientists from Wharton. We wanted to know what internal barriers were keeping U.S. professionals from keeping up with their professional potential. We used those insights along with peer-reviewed academic literature to focus on what we call the 5 fearless fundamentals: courage, confidence, communication, connection, and control. And as one of only 50 companies in the US that's both Adobe and a Weebie, we understand intersectionality. We've helped companies like J&J, Novo Nordisk, and Teva help their ERGs and leaders be more fearless, as well as cutting-edge tech companies, nonprofits, and folks like Walmart. And it works. Participants report feeling 62% more confident after just one program. Don't hope that your teams will know how to thrive in our new world. Instead, contact me, Jen Willey, to find out how Wet Cement can help unlock fearlessness to unleash growth for your team.
And we're back. That was it was very interesting and rewarding for me to watch all of those pitches, because I think I know just about all of those suppliers. And so we're going to have, I think Judge and Lynn and JT are going to facilitate a little discussion, but I do want to ask Rob about this round of videos to give us his thought on what stood out and where there were some that might have done something a little differently or a little better. Rob?
Hi, Kathy. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, what a finish, right? I mean, just looking at all the videos today and the way they've progressed. I mean, it's a tough decision in terms of what I saw. I mean, enthusiasm, right? I mean, just you can just feel it through the video, like the way they portray the services that they can provide us, right, or to provide any company. So that's really what struck me throughout the whole session today, is the great enthusiasm that all these people have in showing off what they can do. So
I think you're right. Go ahead, JT.
No, I was just going to agree. I think, Rob, that I put down so many check marks from energy on Kareem's presentation, and I would wholeheartly agree with everyone. I've seen a lot of that in the videos. I might ask Umberto, what was one of the areas that was distinctive with this last group of presentations for you?
Hello, everyone. I think I'd like to talk a little bit about the value of production. Just like when I send out my resume, I'm not going to land a job because of my font selection, but if I select the wrong font, maybe I might miss an opportunity, right? And I think in this last group, I saw fantastic productions such as Jennifer Willie and Pam Feld, amazing visuals. I think the use of video and sound were really sharp. And I would suggest that for example, for Vikash Mishra, his presentation could have used some visuals because he had an extensive list of services he wanted to represent. And for us not to get lost, we could be following some bullet points. So just to show that I think the appropriate level of production, it's not what's going to land you the new business, but it can help you so much.
I appreciate that, and would wholeheartedly agree. Those background visuals from Pam Feld, I think were spot on. Lynn, what would you think, Lynn?
Well, I have 2.5 pages of notes. There were some really great tips in there, and then to what was said earlier, the passion, the energy. And each one of them had takeaways that I was like, oh, I got to make a note of that to make sure I share that type of information when I've got that 30 seconds that I'm in front of you all. So they're all amazing. I would just go whoop, whoop, whoop to all of them.
Fantastic.
Those are my thoughts.
I hope we have enough time for comments from each one of the judges, because certainly a lot of your earlier notes were just spot on. Patrick, was there something that was specific that you saw in a few of the presentations?
No, I think I agree with the production value and just the overall enthusiasm. Kareem, Jennifer, and Pam really just caught my attention with the overall production value. I loved how Pam was very clear about what separates her from her competitors. I love the call out to her little cyber safety kit, I think it was. And I thought she did a really good job at just using the time allotted. I think that's one of the things I would say for others. It felt a little bit fast in some of the earlier presentation. So just making good use of the time allotted, I thought was really well job well done.
Thank you very much, Patrick. I would certainly agree with that. Dennis, what would you say?
Yeah, a lot's been said. I think the one thing maybe I'd add is I think Iris with Prime did a great job citing some statistics on what her business does and what the deliverables they hit, and those resonated in my mind as things that made me want to continue a conversation, because they were in a way very clear differentiators and very clear about what her organization has performed and what they've done. Echo the thought on the enthusiasm too, because I think everybody here owns that business, so they've got to be enthusiastic about what they're doing. They're passionate about it, and letting that come through I think is important in these, because I think the risk that you're going to go over the top is really small if it's genuine, and I think for all these people it would be very genuine in what they were talking about.
Thanks very much. I appreciate that.
And JT,
yes.
I just, because something that I believe it was Patrick said really resonated with me about using the time allotted. I mean, how many times have you heard, a supplier catches you in the hallway at a convention or trade show, you really want to give them some time, but you're in a hurry. I have been guilty of saying, walk with me, right? Because I only got this 5 minutes between here and this next workshop or place I'm supposed to be. So, giving them that invitation, walk with me. And so using the time allotted, I just thought that I wanted to emphasize that point because I thought it was so good. And I agree about the performance rate. It's one thing for you to name drop and tell me who you work for, right? And I'm probably going to go back and check with some of my peers, but you also gave me in Iris's video her performance rate, which I thought was also, I think Dennis mentioned that. I thought that was also a good pickup.
Agreed. So, agreed, absolutely. And I think one of the intended consequences of the mentors going through this very, I would say, arduous process, but certainly a true benefit is they can put this information on their website. They can send it out as a part of an email, and it's quick. And Umberto, to your point, when they click on that and see something initially, that's just a win. Christina, additional thoughts?
Sure. Yeah, thanks for asking. I want to echo the whole group and just say I think this was a really strong finish to all the presentations. I saw a lot of things I liked in this group. A couple call outs. Khalid with Tranquil, I thought that the competencies were presented so clearly. Something that I think sometimes folks forget is that when you are approaching procurement or sourcing, you're not necessarily speaking with a subject matter expert. And so when you're describing what it is you have to offer, I don't want to say you need to dumb it down, but you want to make sure that it's appealing and really accessible to any audience, someone with any background, someone who isn't dealing every day with this exact thing that you're selling. I thought he did that really, really well. And I thought the production quality of his pitch was fantastic. Nuke Logistics, I think Nushin, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing her name. I thought it was a nice production. I thought that the looping in, or bringing in the current event with the ship that was stuck, I thought that was interesting, but I was a little disappointed because I expected it to tie in a little more to the services, not simply saying this is also what we do. I wanted somehow for the story to relate a little bit more. So love the use of the current event, but maybe I would caution to use that carefully. Pamela Feld, I thought, again, I think someone else had said it, it was really intriguing and captivating to have that offer. I like seeing the print on the screen with, I think, the number to reach out to. And yeah, overall, I saw a lot of great things. So thank you.
Fantastic. Well, I think a lot of really, really great comments. And I along with my co-lead Lynn, and certainly our Madam Chair, Ms. Kathy, we definitely want to thank all of the judges. So with that, and within those great comments, I will turn it back to you, Ms. Madam President.
Yeah, JT, I think so. I mean, though I can understand why Lynn had a couple page of notes. I had a number of notes as well, and I hope that all of the outgoing class, incoming class that are watching took notes as well, right? Those were some really great nuggets of advice, a lot of wisdom in this, with the judges here. And so I think this is where the rubber meets the road, because it is deliberation time. And the judges will be deliberating over all of the pitches that we have seen. So thanks again to our judges. I think that they are going to go off screen and do that. And while they do that, I think we have JT and Lynn, we have got some success stories. And I think those are keenly important for people to understand, when I go into this, what actually can I expect on the other end? What's going to be some of my outcomes over the 11-month period? And so I think sharing success stories, both from a mentee and a mentor perspective, are really important. And I know that the two of you are going to share some of those with us. So as the judges go backstage to debrief, and we're all very excited about who they're going to pick, JT and Lynn, I'll hand it off to you to hear some of those success stories. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you so much. We again really appreciate that, and I know we wanted to have some additional comments that may be coming from one of our mentees, Todd, and maybe the mentor, Scott. So. Let's see if we might be able to get some of those additional comments. So, Todd, when as a mentee, looking at the experience that you've had with this program over the last 11 months. What would be some of the as Kathy had mentioned, what would be some of the successes that you would feel that you've learned through this process?
Yeah, JT, thanks for the opportunity. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. First and foremost, I think so my mentor was Scott Erickson with Genentech, and I need to just give him a big shout out and Genentech as an organization for the commitment that they have to this program. Absolutely amazing. We went into it with a couple of objectives, right? Being a mid-sized medical education, medical communication agency like we are, we find ourselves in situations where we are competing in RFPs against large global, network agencies, right? And there's a lot of name familiarity. There's a lot of equity in the marketplace for these big, larger network agencies. And so one of our first objectives was really working with Scott to understand some of those key insights and like behaviors that some of the key stakeholders in RFPs might have, their mindsets, like certain procurement specialists or a medical director or a marketing director. And so that was first and foremost. And we spent a lot of time, Scott and I, talking about those insights over the past 11 months. And then the last objective we had was really taking all these insights, evaluating our current value proposition, and how can we make ourselves that value proposition a little bit stronger in the marketplace, right? Scott had this great idea of bringing in some of his colleagues and like doing a focus group with us. And we were actually able to meet with a variety of stakeholders across Genentech and give them kind of a fake pitch, if you will. It was a real pitch, but I mean, it wasn't for real things. And they assessed us and they gave us some really good, deep feedback, right? That we were able to bring back into the shop and really think through like how we make our messaging more relevant to procurement, right? How do we bring the emotion and into play? And as a diverse supplier, while we don't want that to be like the reason you pick us, it should be a reason why you should pick us, because we can bring, a differentiator in the market. And I hope you guys heard that in the pitch. And so this allowed us like to really evolve our value proposition. The success is, ironically enough, a rather large RFP came in-house, and sure enough, we're competing against some of the big network agencies. And we took this feedback and actually executed against it. Now, we haven't got official confirmation that we're the winner, but we did get confirmation we're one of two left, and there were 6 to start with. So then that in and of itself is a win for us. And kudos to JTU and Lynn for herding these cats, because I'm one of the cats I'm talking about. And making
no,
sure
this is exactly what we're looking at. I mean, that kind of a success story, you being able to peek behind the curtain and actually get the secret sauce, and to have Scott provide that wonderful platform that you would then be able to really bounce all of those ideas off. That's actually absolutely perfect. Absolutely.
Bravo. Boom, drop the mic. That was great.
And while this is not only a learning experience for our mentees, I also think it's a learning experience for the mentors. So when we kind of look at that from a mentor standpoint, Scott, what did you get out of being a mentor for the last 11 months?
I thought it was a great experience learning from Todd and learning about the competitive space that Avant is faced with. This has really helped me, understand how I might want to think about the position that all of these suppliers are within, and how they actually, lost for a sense of words here, but really the position that they are put in competing for business. And I think some of that is often lost. You might look at a supplier and ask them to really just come forward with their offering, but you don't necessarily consider the uniqueness of their offering and how they can really differentiate themselves from the pack that are competing for your work. And I think this too has also helped me within my own organization really be a champion and advocate for small and diverse suppliers.
Oh, wow.
And that I think has just bode extremely well for our organization as a whole, for the peers that I interact with, being able to really champion that across my own team and the networks of individuals that I interact with, and it's also helped me from a personal side of things, really elevate myself in this space. So,
well, Scott, thank you for that, and I would agree 100%. I think some of the hardest jobs, the hardest positions around the country, around the world, are those of entrepreneurs, because they're not only going after new business, they're continuing to work with their existing customers. They are looking to meet payroll. There's marketing, everything across the board. So thank you for really everything that you've been able to do, not only for Avant, but certainly for the DA4S mentorship program. And with that, my co-chair here, my partner in crime, Lynn, any additional comment?
No, it's fabulous. Well.
All right. Well, we'll turn it back to Kathy then.
Okay. Thank you, JT. Thank you, Lynn. And that was great hearing about Todd's experience. And obviously there was a whole lot packed into that mentorship time, because your pitch, Todd, was just so sound. It was so sound, credible, and confident. Okay, so again, let me thank, because we're going to be getting our news update back here soon about our placement for the pitch competition. I want to thank the mentees again, the committee, the sponsors, the judges. And while the deliberation is happening, I want to share some thoughts and really mixed emotions about Lynn and JT, who are rolling off as chair and co-chair of the mentorship program. If I were to speak frankly, and I often do, for DA4S, JT and Lynn have been essential workers. They do the heavy lifting, the monthly calls, sometimes weekly, not to mention all of the email traffic. They are on the receiving end of questions, complaints, suggestions. They troubleshoot, they guide, they coach, they direct. I've learned a lot from something they share in common, which is a calm and humble spirit. DA4S mentoring program has benefited from having both of them at the helm. And whether or not you're in the outgoing or the incoming class, consider dropping them a note of thanks. I want to express my deep gratitude for them working alongside me to ensure that the mentoring program accomplished its goals and objectives. JT and Lynn, thank you for the support and goodwill that you have shown DA4S over the years. Thank you for bringing your best selves to this role and for taking the program to higher heights. Your difference has been felt by me, the participants, and the organization. Congratulations to both of you on a job well done.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you very much. I really appreciate that, and it's I'd say it's absolutely been a labor of love, and as I say, my partner in crime, Lynn. I mean, she is absolutely phenomenal. The entire mentorship committee, you would not believe really how difficult they work, and they're a success, and I want to use that word to just kind of pivot back, because we have another success story that we'd like to be able to talk to you about. So with that, if we could maybe bring up on the screen, yes, our some of the additional members. So yes. So so with that, and I'm gonna start it maybe just a tad differently this time, and ask Joyce, as a mentor and a longtime member of DA4S. Tell us a little bit about your experience as a mentor with Tranquil.
Thank you so much, JT. It has been an absolute pleasure to work with Kareem at Tranquil. My unique experience was that I was a co-lead for mentoring with the Helix group. And so Kareem had the experience of being mentored by the 26 members of the Helix group. And I got a chance to herd some cats. As we all know, we go through that every year. But the experience alone with Kareem was I had an opportunity to bring in a subject matter expert for him and sit down with him, with that expert within Takeda, and explain to him, how Takeda runs their business from a clinical trial perspective, and give some real industry perspective to him from the Takeda world. And so that was really interesting, actually, for me as well, because I don't often get to sit down with my business leaders in that in-depth kind of experience. But I also got to see a supplier grow so much, and he learned how to take his company to the next level, and really to focus on what his sweet spot was for that company. And it has been such a pleasure to see that growth and the change. that he did over the last year. And his engagement was really amazing to me. So kudos to Kareem and the whole experience. And I want to thank him for that experience, especially.
Well, thank you, Joyce. And Kareem, I tell you, when watching your video, you personify the energy. There was the great opening as well as the close that you had, along with there were good photos all along the way, and your indication of the suite of services. But as a mentee, and certainly understanding what we've seen in terms of your pitch, tell us a little bit about your interaction with Joyce during this last year. Some of the things that you've learned.
Thank you. So Joyce was one of the co-leads for the Helix group, and as she mentioned, it was just a lot of navigation and trying to get the ability to organize meetings with so many different companies. And Joyce was this asset that really helped with not just navigating, but she gave advice to our pitch, helped me develop how we can present that pathway into Takeda. And then with the Helix group at large, the ability for me to learn from global procurement heads on what their pain points are for my industry, so I can learn what do we need to do to elevate and improve and differentiate our services. I'm a small company. Normally, I would never get an audience with Joyce. Getting an audience with Joyce and 26 other companies, right? That's, to me, that was an opportunity of a lifetime, being able to learn from them, get an hour of their time. So many of them gave me 2 and 3 hours. They would add more time to help develop my organization, and I just sat there like a sponge and absorbed it all. It was amazing. And I would recommend any organization that wants to experience menteeship from someone, DA4S and Helix Group, that's where you have to come, because what they've done, my experience specifically, is within this past year, I learned that I needed to differentiate my organization because I compete against 3,000. Now with a phase 1 unit, we compete against 35. So it really that support and that mentorship, the guidance, listening and learning from procurement officers, what do they get frustrated with when they hear, what's genuine, what's real, and what are the pain points that they experience.
Well, again, thank you. Yeah, thank you for those comments. Lynn?
No, I was just going to say, Kareem, the one word that comes to my mind is priceless. Your takeaway.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Joyce, for what you've done in your team.
Well, I do think, and again, I'm going to be certainly a little bit on the passionate side with this, because I think what DA4S does with this mentorship program. And again, thank you, Kathy, for all the wonderful things that you shared about Lynn and me. But we stand on the shoulders of those that had these roles and responsibilities before we did. So there are so many learnings that I've been able, and I know certainly would say Lynn and I have been able to gather, and that's from the individuals who had the roles before we stepped in. So again, this is it's been fantastic. I've certainly appreciated it. I know that Lynn has. So again, thank you for all those wonderful comments, Kathy. And we will turn it back to you again.
You're welcome. Well, I think that we've got, we want to talk about who the new leadership is, not that, your shoes can be filled, but who will succeed you in the role. We have Sekan from Boston Scientific and Hannah with TLC, who is a supplier who had a phenomenal mentorship experience. And I think she will be super fantastic in this role because she has been there and experienced this all for herself. So I think, JT, that we are ready to hear from the judges. Is that so?
Are we there? Oh, wow. I guess we are.
We are.
Well, I think one of the observations that I got from the little text here is I think we were only planning for maybe the sort of the first one, two, the first, second, and third place, but I think we are there. It was so close that there's now an additional maybe fourth and fifth. So.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that means even more money is going to be handed out, and that's fantastic. That's what that means. So, is there a representative from the committee?
Yeah, this is Dennis from Lilly. I'll take it.
Dennis, great.
Yeah. So, yeah, we had, let me say, first of all, on behalf of all the judges, this was an incredible amount of fun. This is one of the most enjoyable things I've done this year. And because the quality of the pitches were so great, the subject matter is really interesting, and it's wonderful to see people's passion and the contributions that they're all looking to make. It was also one of the hardest things I've done this year, and hard in big capital letters, because the quality was great again. And you know, as we were using a rough scoring mechanism, the differentiation, it was tight between all of them. And so that's why we really had a hard time stopping at 3, wanted to go to 4 and 5. And we appreciate Kathy, JT, Lynn, you guys agreeing with us and going that way. So without further ado, why don't I announce the 4th and the 5th, and then I'll hand it off to for 1, 2, and 3. And the 4th and the 5th, I don't know if there's more money, but I know there is time in there, and time is money. So there is money in that sense.
There you go.
So we're definitely going to do 2 additional meetings with some of the sponsor companies. So I think if we have a slide here, the 5th place is Farida Ali with Dynamic Technology Solutions. Congratulations, Farida. And we will be arranging a meeting with AbbVie for you in your organization. In 4th place is Kelly Wynn with Dr. Kuma. So again, congratulations as well. And you'll be meeting with Lily, with me, and I'll bring somebody who will be more enjoyable to meet with than me as well. So there'll be 2 of us there. And so congratulations to you both. It was, as I said, really hard, and you could have easily been in that 1, 2, 3. It was just a kind of on a razor's edge there.
Wow. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Congratulations to Kelly and Farida.
Hey, Kathy, can I
Yes.
go off script here for just a moment?
Sure.
So to your point, the 4th and 5th didn't have any cash that was associated with it.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever the 3rd place cash is, Medtronic will make that same cash contribution to the 4th and 5th place winners.
Oh my gosh. That's okay. Round of applause. Round of applause.
Yes.
That is JT, thank you.
They have worked so for this.
Yes.
So yeah, we would feel honored to be able to make that contribution.
Well, thank you so much. That's very generous, and it's very generous of your organization, Medtronic, and we're so grateful to have you as a sponsor, and more importantly, a partner. So thank you so very much for that. So I have a text. I have a text with the top 3, and this is there a drum roll? Do we have a drum roll? This is very exciting. This is very exciting. So my job, if I understand it correctly, is to read the top 3 in no particular order. Okay, so let me emphasize, I'm reading the top 3 in no particular order. Okay, so the top 3: Kareem Mohammed, Todd Wright, and Pamela Feld. Congratulations to the top three. Woo! That's fantastic. Okay. So, Lynn, who's calling, Lynn or JT? Who is announcing third place?
Mr. JT.
Yes, this is absolutely fantastic. So I would. This is so great. This is so great. Please, if we would, let us share this. Let us share the screen for number 3, Mr.
Yay!
Todd Wright.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Todd.
Phenomenal, Todd.
Yes.
Phenomenal, Todd.
Thank you, guys.
Phenomenal, Todd. Would you like to share a few words, please?
Oh, absolutely. I just want to say thank you all so very much. Kathy, JT, Lynn, the rest of the judges, and all of DA4S board. And thank you guys for putting this together. It's an amazing program, and so happy to be a part of it. And on behalf of Deborah Wood and Avant, I'm honored to accept the prize. So thank you guys so very much.
Bravo.
And thank you, Scott. Scott, you rock, dude. You rock.
I will then. I'll turn it over to Lynn to announce the second place.
And if we could bring that second place up. Drum roll. Drum roll. The star is, ta-da! Kareem, congratulations! Woohoo! And you get $1,500 and time with Novartis. Cheers. And we could see all the hard work that you put into it. So congratulations. Would you like to share a couple of minutes of your thoughts with everyone, please?
Absolutely. Lynn, thank you. I just, DA4S and the Helix Group, Joyce, this opportunity is phenomenal. To use Lynn's words, it is priceless. Getting to be mentored by folks that normally I'd never have an audience with, and the time that they spent out of their busy days. And it was just, it was gracious for me, humbling for me to just get that experience and their time. The learning opportunity, it's vast, and I continue to learn. Raul with Murky sat and with Andrea, they sat and worked through my capabilities presentations, I think 2 or 3 times. So just the whole experience has been something that I will take away for the life of my career. And you have a DA4S member for life, and I want to contribute and give back because this has been phenomenal. So thanks again.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Well, with that, Mr. JT, I'm turning it back to you for the big honors.
All right. Well, it is going to be first place, Pam Feld.
Congratulations. Cheers.
Thank you so much. I don't get speechless very often, but I am just so touched and so honored to be part of this amazing professional group. And I'm just, the competition here, the group I know just really stepped up and was amazing. Todd, Kareem, and there were so many amazing video presentations. And I know we worked really hard on it. And I'm just so touched and honored. Karima and Juan were my mentors from Pfizer, and they had an incredibly challenging year, as you all know as well. And they just gave of their time to make this special and to really give me that feedback that was just exactly what I needed, like Kareem and we're talking about earlier, Todd. I mean, just nailed it. The time and effort from your team, Kathy, on down with a mentorship team, you have all been so incredible and generous. I've been involved in a lot of organizations, and I've never seen anything to this level. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be with such amazing world-class people. So thank you for the honor. It is just beyond what I can tell you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. We really appreciate it, and we could tell all of that hard work that you did in terms of putting that video together. And you know that's going to be the benchmark for the new class going forward. So with that, congratulations to all the winners. There's again, I know it's been a phenomenal experience for everyone that's been involved. And with that, I will turn it back to Madam President, Kathy April Rush.
Oh gosh, I don't have that much to say. This has been seriously, in all seriousness, congratulations for your spotlight today, for being highlighted, especially the top 5 that took honors today. We know that you worked incredibly hard on this, and just absolutely fantastic, the work that you did. And it is heartwarming for me to hear so much great feedback about this program, about Diversity Alliance for Science, and what we call our little, codify as our secret sauce. And so that's just great. Okay, so once again, thank you to our sponsors, Medtronic, United Health Group, Genentech, GSK, Pfizer, Helix, which is the industry group of DA4S, and last but not least, AbbVie. I want to remind you that yes, we are planning to meet in the month of September in sunny Laguna, California, at our resident Marriott property that we love so much. It will be a hybrid event. We're going to be following capacity rules from the hotel and the state of California, but know that those live seats, those seats in person, are going to go fast. And so you want to make sure that you are registered when that window opens, because when it is closed, DA4S does not have the ability to reopen it, because we will be following the guidelines of the Marriott in the state of California. I also, again, want to thank our judges for the hard work today. Christina, Dennis, Umberto, Rob, and Patrick. Thank you so much for your participation, for your constructive feedback. Outstanding. We would love to have you engaged in some other capacity at some point. So thank you again very much. Thanks to JT and Lynn. And again, and we want to thank our production team. We want to thank Insight, our technology partner and production team, for today's program. It's been a flawless event, so thank you so much for your hard work. If you are in need of a technology partner, take a look at Insight. They did a great job today for us on our platform. And I'm also supposed to, in closing here, as I thought about, what I might want to say, and I've run out of original material. So I thought that I would end with a quote today, but I think it was timely that I saw the quote this morning, and I think that it captures what we're talking about today with the mentorship program, because it is all about opportunity, right? The opportunity that you get to be in the program, the opportunity that you're going to seize by being in the program, and the opportunity that is in the future for you and your business. So today, Forbes had a quote, which I think is fitting to end on. And the quote is, "Opportunity comes packaged in many boxes, and it often shows up with no return address. The sender is history, and she does not accept returns. Once the package is open, you accept the gift, and you embrace the demands attached to it." That quote came from Ruby Bridges, who is a civil rights activist When she was a little girl, she was the one that the United States guards were escorting into a school that she was integrating. But I thought the quote about opportunity was so befitting to end on. So it has been a great program. Thank you for being here with us. And on that, I will say to everyone who is live here with me in the studio, everyone who was watching today, until the next time, be well. Bye, everybody.